What's up, everybody? It's your boy JT
and Nene. Grab a pillow and let's get into the episode.
Welcome to the Pill Talking Podcast. It's your boy JT
and Nene,
and it is Father's Day.
You make it easy. Living on.
Anyway, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to
Happy
all the
Father's
dads
Day,
out there.
Happy Father's Day, JT.
Yeah, man. It's our one day, to kind of be Superman, get our flowers. So we got to take it, man. And, in this world, sometimes we get the
short end
of the stick for real. But no, man, it's a great day. Great day for dads, great day for role models, and positive day. I'm wearing a hat my daughter made. I'm super ecstatic about that. The best gift I've ever gotten on Father's Day so far.
Are you throwing shots?
It's the truth. I'm telling the truth. It really is. What else?
That's crazy. Don't laugh like that. It's crazy.
It's the truth. What have you gotten me for Father's Day that's better than this hat that my daughter made?
Whatever, fine. Only because it's your daughter. And let's just be clear and say that. Only because it's your daughter.
Anyway.
It's only because it's her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's my favorite. But
if I was drowning, who would you choose, me or her? We both was drowning.
Wait.
You know what?
No.
Never mind.
Wait.
Don't even answer.
No, that's a great question. If you and my daughter both were drowning, who would I save?
Yes.
Why? Wait, I need context. Why are y'all both drowning?
That's crazy.
No, why are y'all both drowning?
Like if we both fall off a boat, we're next to each other, but if we just both fall.
I'm saving. In that case, I'm saving my daughter because you're too old to be falling. Like I understand my daughter falling. You were doing something stupid to fall, so I'm saving my daughter.
It's fine. At least I could swim anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
You gotta know how to swim.
We too old to be.
PSA, guys, learn how to swim. Our kids will be doing swimming lessons.
Yes.
Water safety is important. We often overlook it, but you can learn how to swim or at least survive within a week. It's like a life skill.
Yeah. Like you're never too old to know. You need to learn.
You have to learn how to swim. You never want to be in a situation where, like you said, no matter the age,
it don't matter.
Water should not.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, we should. Let's end all drownings if possible. Let's get people educated on how to swim. Let's get back in the water. Let's be safe. That's a great PSA.
Yes.
See, that's why you listen to our podcast. It's not just.
It's real life.
Real life. Yeah, but no, y'all. So funny story. I came home today and I caught my wife red-handed trying to fake a Father's Day meal like she made it.
That's crazy.
And I just want to highlight this because it's the same woman who gets on this show and talk about, oh, I cooked this and I cooked that. But I caught her red-handed with the food in her hand, about to put it, warm it up and say she made it.
First of all, let's clarify. First of all, it was only one thing that I did not hand make today, and that was the fried catfish. And that's only because I tried fried catfish before.
Tastes like lemonade.
I said fried.
Oh.
Don't make me sorry. It tastes like.
When did you make fried catfish before?
I mean, I made just fried fish, and it tastes like cornmeal.
Tastes like French fries. Made catfish that tastes like French fries.
Yeah, so that
Potatoes.
was like what? That was like about 6 years ago. So when we first, 6, 7, yeah.
That almost broke us up right there.
And he was just like, "Don't ever do that again." And so I've kind of been like hesitant to try it again. So I know there's this new there's this brand that he really loves, and it's really good too. And so I was just gonna throw that in the air fryer. You know what I'm saying?
I caught her red-handed. It was like she saw a
walks
ghost.
in.
She was trying to pass off this big fancy.
I got this box in my hand. I'm like,
etouffee meal. Like she just
but I cooked everything
over
else.
The stove.
You know what I'm saying? It was just a catfish. I ain't cooked.
The corn was out the can.
That's crazy. I don't know nobody that's making corn from corn things right here around here.
About to say.
Oh no, people are doing it, but are regular people doing it? I'm not no chef. I don't aspire to be
on
one.
this podcast, stop acting like you just.
But I do cook. Everybody uses can.
I guess.
Nobody. It's a side.
You get corn on the cob and just like make some street corn too.
Yes, but that wouldn't have went good with etouffee. I wanted a southern like regular meal. Like not no offense to the them people, but no offense. I just want a Louisiana.
My God.
You know what I mean? I want to pay homage to our culture. Okay. That's all it is.
Anyway,
so
yeah, man. It's Father's Day. I think for me, was I happy with my meal? It was great. It was. You do well.
I put love in it today.
Yeah, you don't have to cook much, so it's like you save it all for those meals.
That's so good.
Yeah, Father's Day and birthday, guaranteed meals for me. But no, I think back on my journey of becoming a father because it was a little bit different. Some people have 9 months to kind of prepare to become a dad, and I had, by the second date, it was like, if you're gonna do this, this is a part of me.
One day somebody will be living. It won't just be us. It will be.
So I had to decide, like, hey, I had to become a dad quick because it was like, if you want to continue to date me, if we get more serious, this is what
I come with.
What she comes with, and I was like,
I come with parenthood. Crazy.
Okay, and I think the biggest adjustment, I think you can probably agree, was just me learning about. Coming from being like by myself, having my own place, learning to involve a kid, like in how crazy kids are, like how they just do stuff and just fall and just knock stuff over
and just cause scenes. Like,
never forget. I will never forget the day we were sitting in a restaurant and Evan decides
he really did fall
to go face first off of the chair in a restaurant.
And we were sitting on a platform.
We're sitting on a platform. So if you ever been to BJ's, I think a lot of them are the same, where they have like these like level seating where like the tables are here and then you have like tables below, kind of a step up. Yeah. This kid decides to just go head, just a full out Michael Phelps dive to the floor. And I mean, the embarrassment I felt, the anger, I was so.
I think he was I thought he was gonna dump me. Like I'm not even kidding, y'all. I thought I was getting dumped that night. I think he went home and he thought about it and then he was like, okay, I want to do this, but that was crazy.
No, I think I was more mad because
I was just like, oh,
you just was like whatever, and you
this ain't the new to me.
Was like whatever, and like for me, I was like, at the time, I was like, this dude just jumped off the thing. Like, is he okay? He was like, oh, you're all right. Like, I know he's crying. He's fine. And I'm just sitting like, whatever.
He was so shocked that I was so nonchalant. And I'm just like, he does this not all the time, but like this is like normal kid behavior. Like he just,
And now, I mean,
he didn't cry like crazy. He just was like, like it was just a regular cry. Like
and now as a dad,
something happened.
Being involved as a dad, I understand what people say. Like there are different types of cries. Like I can tell when my kids are really hurt. I can tell when they're crying, just they're tired. I can tell when they're hungry, when they're scared. Like I know because I'm well connected with my kids. And I think for me, moving forward, I have this constant reminder. What we both do, we have to parent kids in different age groups, which is so hard to do. And then we both have to be the parents to our kids that they need and not the parents that we wanted.
Absolutely.
When we were younger. Because I think there were both things where we're like, man, if my dad would have done this or my mom would have did this. Yeah. And sometimes we want to like do that for our kids, but they don't need or want that. So we have to be parenting.
Very cautious about that. What they need, not what we want.
Yep.
And I think that's really hard though. Honestly, like as a parent to separate yourself from your parenthood almost, like, because we just be like, yeah, I'm a parent. Sometimes we take that on like that's our identity.
I just feel like we have to be careful too. It's okay to be kind of. We talk about it. We make mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
And we just give ourselves a space to say, okay, I can do this better, or you know, I can work on that versus no, it just is what it is. Like,
yeah. And I think we are open. Like, I mean, I'm always telling the kids, like, you're going to grow up one day and, you know, think about things that me and dad did. And you probably like, I didn't like that. Or they could have did it better here or whatever. And we're okay with that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and
every day we're just
we
trying.
are okay with analyzing, like, hey, let's try this in a week, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Or let's try this adjustment and see. Like, we're okay.
We're okay with change also.
Analyzing, you know, from that. But, you know, I'm just, as a dad, it's a cool thing, man, to be responsible for people, man, and have people that look to you. That's a great feeling. To this day, I don't know how. No, I don't care. I'm not being nice. I don't know how people can just walk out on kids, like, or not care about a kid, or not. Like, I could, bro, like, it's been times when I had a child for work and I'm like dying, like, they're going to be so grown when I get back. Like, I'm missing so much stuff and I'm gone for 3 days. So I don't get how people can just walk away for months at a time, years at a time, not see their kids or not care to see their kids. And, you know, be okay with it. Like,
Not
we joke all the
them,
time,
nothing.
like, you know, God forbid, let's say we were not together with a different situation. I would harass her to talk to my kids. I would FaceTime them multiple times a day. I would call them. I would get them a phone. I would come see them. I would pick them up from school.
By any means necessary.
Like, it's no way I'm going to let these N-words just run around and me not be there. Like,
ain't no way.
They all equally, no, I lie. They all journey the most. They all definitely, you know, are a piece of me, and I just can't live without any of them. So, yep.
And then I agree. And watching the kids, like, when they daddy come home, is like, even the little one, like, he knew his schedule, like, he'll stay up. And that's funny because that's how most of our kids were. They stayed up until he got home. Like, if it's his practice days, like, they would stay up even as babies, like, till he got home. It's so funny to see just that presence. You know what I mean? Like, people downplay the presence of a dad, I think, a lot, especially in the media and all that. Like, and I really don't necessarily understand why. Sometimes I think maybe it's to not hide, like, a mom's presence or something. Like, when a single mom's, like, you know, it's not so much that they purposely don't talk about dads, but I feel like they just probably think about moms more. Like, I don't know. Like,
well, I mean,
like, the single mom and be like,
Well, I think we have to be realistic. There was at a time a rise in single motherhood. I feel like there was a time where it was almost socially acceptable for men to do certain stuff. And let me say something
about that. Even in history, like, the wars and all of that, there was so many quote unquote, I mean, at the time, single moms, the dads were gone. You know what I mean? It wasn't, they wasn't divorced or anything, but they were not there, and women really had to take on that role alone. And I think that we surpassed that point, because that was really a turning point in a lot of womanhood, like women history and all that. And I think we overlooking
that. Changed that was just technology made things a little bit easier, you know, like homekeeping, and so that's what allowed certain things to happen. But no, that's completely right. There's always been, I think, naturally, this absence. There's always been a natural absence of fathers from a provider standpoint or protector standpoint. So when you add that to just that influx of, you know, single motherhood, that's why I feel like that it was overlooked. And now, you know, data, you look at, not social media, but you look at real
data, real statistics.
See that, you know, 2-parent households are becoming a norm again. You see people are more active. You see dads with more split custody, more involvement. And that's what you need. For their kids. We need it, man. The kids need it.
The kids need it. And the kids love presents. And I don't mean presents like giftings, but I mean like presents, like the feeling of a dad. Like, oh, I know my dad's here. Like, I don't have to see him, but I know he's in the front room. Like, and if I need something, I can go run to him. You know what I mean? Right. It's like, we see that with our kids all the time. They different when they daddy here. Like, they're just very different. I don't know how to explain it, but they're very different. And I'm sure if you have kids at home, you understand your kids are very different when their daddy is in here.
I feel like it's the same. I can say the same, you know, while I appreciate that, I feel like our household is, we are both good parents, so it's different when you're not here as well.
Yeah.
There's a, when Dad's not here, I feel like there's more of this free for all spirit.
Yeah.
We do what we want, and then sometimes I
Sorry.
feel like when you're not here, they just feel like they have to be like militant. They can't have fun.
Yeah.
And sometimes I gotta be like, no, like, or I have to show them like be fun.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the
They just
dynamic
like
of.
listen.
They see us both and how we interact, and I feel like they don't understand that when one's not here, that we can take on the other role for a minute. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's the thing. But speaking, let's talk about our dad, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Because people been playing with our Father God,
Period.
and I don't want to stay on the subject for too long because I feel like everybody else has stayed on it for too long.
Yeah,
but I really don't like the space that on social media that we see Christianity. Christianity is one of the few religions where we just allow people to get away with doing anything in the name of that religion. Like in other religions, you never see like the freedom to express it in whatever way they want to.
Absolutely.
It's very structured, and this is what it is.
Yes.
But with the freedom sometimes of having the freedom we get through Christ, some people take advantage of it.
The most.
That's why I just urge people to really pick up a Bible.
Yes, tap in, man.
And read the Bible.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny how we'll is it Bible? I don't like calling it Bible study. That just feels crazy. But how often we'll just bring up a Bible verse and be like, "Did you know what the beginning of this verse said?"
Yeah, we literally be doing that all the time, y'all. Randomly
verse after this, and just go through the Bible. Like we have so many like catchphrases in church that you cannot find in the Bible.
Yeah.
We have so many scriptures that have been
like
used.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's not a scripture.
I never knew
you
that.
can find like a
Things
proverb
maybe,
that kind of says it, but it's really
the
not.
Principle of it, yeah. But that actual saying is not in the Bible. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then it's like
thought I had demons in my clothes in a closet. It's crazy.
No, that was dirt. And
you know what? Delete it.
But no, it's just crazy how people take verses and just take them out of context, apply like,
their personal
that had to do with Israel to us, and just it's crazy that America is one of the most free places to worship and express our religion, and it's like people still find a way to mess that freedom up. And to like, you compare, there's countries where people have to hide their religion, they have to hide their gatherings.
Yeah,
it's completely underground. They have people have to like ship pieces of the Bible, and we over here just do whatever we want to do,
whatever we want. And the minute somebody disagrees with us, it's
I'm just low key tired of it. My only response to stuff now is just Bible. Like, I don't argue with people anymore. I just like present them with the Bible and leave it at that. Yeah. Like that, I mean, because what can you say to somebody who's literally just gonna say, "I don't care about that part of the Bible"?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and then also too, I feel like as you grow, in your walk, for me, I used to like try to explain things to people from my point of view, like as a Christian, like, oh no, well, I know what he's done for me. You know what I mean? So no, this is this and this is this. But now, like JT said, just saying Bible, like, cause that's really the only thing. Like, you can't argue like Bible whenever you read the Bible for real. So like, you know what I mean? Like when you take yourself out of it, you can't argue Bible. Like, and that's my take too on it. Like at the end of the day, we just got to get Bible, because people don't read their Bibles. People base their faith off of their personal beliefs, and then that's what they call their faith, and that's not. I don't really like that. I don't like
your personal experience, while it is valid.
Yeah,
does not trump, in my view as a Christian. I hold the Bible as
Yes,
the source.
yes,
not my
our
personal
map.
experiences. I have to realize that I could experience something, felt some emotion, felt something that is not biblical. That means it's wrong, but it's okay to say something was not biblical.
In the Bible.
Or not in the Bible.
Yeah. Or it could just be a human thing. Like, I don't like, I don't, I think people believe that, oh, if it's not in the Bible, then some people believe, I feel like if it's not in the, if they feel it in this earth, like while on this earth, that they should start something else involving that thing, like, or they should create this new belief behind it because it's not in the Bible. So let me be the first one to say it.
Don't do that.
But some things are just life. You know what I mean? Everything in our lives will not be in the Bible, and it is not in the Bible, and that's okay. Like, I don't. But the principle of a lot of things we go through isn't, like, the principle of things.
Yeah, the principles
are in the Bible. Like, they are. You know.
Speaking of the Bible, let's kind of pivot. The BET Awards was long as a church service, and
oh my God, the BET Awards was so long.
How did you feel about it?
I feel like I fell asleep multiple times.
I realized quickly that, you know, I really felt that our era of music as middle schoolers, high schoolers,
literally as
was
kids,
like the last timeless era of music.
Absolutely,
where songs are not, because the songs that I feel like the songs that are coming out now that we're gonna say are timeless will be for a 15-second TikTok that everybody remembers. Oh yeah, I remember the TikTok,
the dance or whatever.
But
going
the
the
songs
feeling
that we had, we know word for word to this day. Like, we watching the BT
and we
Awards,
hard out singing.
You know, you got Keisha Cole, you got Ashanti, you got all these people.
Ain't listened to these songs in years.
I listen and I still know it. Bow Wow, bro. Bow Wow's whole run.
Like, we were kids.
We know those, right? Like, music
songs.
was so different, and nowadays I feel like music is, well, one, people have short attention spans. Like, if you notice, songs are getting shorter and shorter, like 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Back in the day, it was 4 or 5 minutes.
We had some songs, some long,
but it's because, and I learned this. I was watching the school graduation thing, middle school graduation. The DJ literally would play like just pick a song. What's the songs on TikTok?
I cannot think.
Let's think. The Lil Uzi song. I just want to buy body. So they do the dance. Then they just looking at the DJ like, what's the next song? He like, that's only 15 seconds. Then you go to another song. They do the TikTok. They just standing looking. What's next?
They don't want to play. They probably think that's all the song. Like the chorus.
They don't know the rest of the song.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they played the.
That's true though.
I might swerve in that corner.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nobody know the verses.
Then 2 seconds later, they just stand and look at the DJ. Nobody dancing. They do the TikTok, and it's over.
That's crazy to me.
Like, that is the current dances.
That amazes me.
They do the TikTok dance, and they just stand there.
Yeah, like, that amazes me right now because it's like, what? You guys, like, what? What do you mean it's over? Like, it's not over.
It's insane. Like, we used to be singing a song from top to bottom
for hours.
Bro, we used to, Like You, Sierra and Bow Wow. I remember that we used to do that at school. Who could hold our breath to do the whole? I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you can show me in a special way. Like, we used to do that, bro, and we knew that song word for word.
Like, we would do battles. That's crazy.
We were. Oh my!
It was just a vibe,
bro.
and I just like I don't even understand. I wish kids would understand that, but I think that's why it's kind of like I'm cool with the social media stuff, like, because obviously we grew up on social media, Facebook and stuff like that. When we had best of both worlds. Elementary, we really didn't have that, but like middle school, high school, social media started to get popular. But like, I don't want to raise my kids just on social media, like TikTok. They always want to just be on TikTok, because I want them to understand music. I want them to I
want them to know both. I want them to know.
And balance.
Our era, I want them to appreciate. Like, we play Michael Jackson for our kids. We play like older we show them like super old, like Temptations. I want them to be like diverse in art and culture.
Yes,
and not stuck to a TikTok only environment. Right. Of course, they don't know the tunes. They play Fortnite. They play games.
Right.
But I also want them to know the history, the rich history of music, our culture.
Come on.
Because it's important not to disconnect from that. Because, obviously some of the stuff today is pure foolishness.
Yes.
What our culture has become.
Yes.
But if you look back,
yes,
what it was, there were great moments.
Absolutely.
So I want my kids to know and appreciate that.
All those great music, all the moments, all the great art.
Yeah.
Like,
I want my kids to be
absolutely
to appreciate it, to replicate it.
Yeah.
I want them to get inspired
to
and
have
say
substance
yeah,
too.
to have
See
substance.
things that
Stuff
have
that
substance.
lasts, you know?
Yes, long term
Yep.
longevity.
Because right now, like you starting to see, yeah, we still got the TikTok era, but you starting to see like some of the newer artists come out who are true artists,
Yeah,
and we're like, oh, it is a difference.
There's a difference.
There's
Absolutely.
a difference. Or if you hear like an older artist come back, you're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Right, they dancing, breathing, singing.
Whoa.
How
They
are they
dancing,
still doing all
singing.
this?
Whoa, calm down.
And that was dope to see on the awards. Like,
Bro, that's
the
so
OGs,
crazy. They
you
up
know?
there still dancing it.
like they're like, we like, wow. I know. Come on, he's sounding the exact same, you know. And
That's crazy, man.
I love it. I love it. It's funny because we were kids when these people came out, and so technically we probably shouldn't have been listening to them either. But like they ran our whole like teenage years, 20s. Like they still was running things. You know what I mean? Like they still run it now. Like I mean Usher, like he's our parents' age. Like he
I don't
not yours.
I don't like Usher, bro. No, I'm
First
joking.
of all,
I
don't
like
do that.
Usher
Usher taught me how to
music,
sing. Stop.
but- All right. Yeah.
I've walked alone. Okay, I quit.
What
But
song
anyway.
is that?
I used to sing that all the time. I used like that was my go-to song. People asked me to sing, I would definitely
What, you
sing.
would sing
It was a Usher intro song, and it wasn't about like a person or anything, but it was like it wasn't about like how he usually sex and all that. It was just about like life, and it was such a beautiful song. And no, it never got the recognition it needed. It was a beautiful
song?
ballad. It was just called The Intro on his album Mars versus Venus. Beautiful. That's when he had the clear piano on
Mars vs. Venus. That's new.
No, that's not. It's not new at all. Now that's an inappropriate song, but
I don't remember
parents
that
still let me
album.
get it. Thank you, because yes, Mars
Yeah,
versus
that's new. That's
Venus.
2010.
What does that have to do with anything? I was in the 10th grade.
No, but you act like this was old Usher. Like
Elementary?
you just started singing. You said this is what I would do when people would say sing. So I'm thinking,
Yes, people
Yeah.
started. That's when I. What do you mean?
Tommy
Yes.
was grown.
No, I was not. I was in 10th grade. What you mean? You thinking I'm talking about singing that to adults? I'm not singing that to
In
adults.
10th grade, you was dang near engaged.
No, I wasn't. You're wilding. Cut the track. Let me fall back.
Oh, y'all didn't know she was engaged before?
You wilding.
Oh, they did. The people didn't know.
Oh, they didn't.
Oh, you
Now.
got. Oh,
Now you about to. You about to.
I thought everybody knew.
You about to.
Phew.
You know what? Call the cops on him.
Papers. That's an Usher song.
But okay.
All right, but anyway, you know.
Climax going. Okay, I quit.
Okay. No, we.
You're childish for that whole thing. I hope he deletes that. Please let him delete that and let us come back to this part.
Delete. Yeah.
And he do not delete.
I don't delete
So
that.
aggravating.
Man.
I know you freaking lie.
I stand 10 toes.
Oh my god. Well, I'm half in. Anyway, that was wild for me. I don't even know what to say.
It's a great award show. I mean, I never care about BET Awards because I know it's just people picking who they want. Like,
Yeah, and it really showed today.
just like
I mean,
any
this-
Academy
not
Award,
today, but
like
this year.
like the grant, all it's just it's
I
people
know.
pick.
It's just people
Come on,
picking
man.
their
All that
faves.
stuff. Yeah, let's go, man. Nobody.
Yeah.
Come on. We know how it goes. It's
Yeah.
award shows. I
Yeah.
think it's more about That's why I value nominations because I feel like that's like a nod of like,
That's
hey,
awesome. Yeah.
regardless of any political thing going
Yeah.
on, you deserve to be in this category.
Yeah, and that's like what
And
you
that
should hold
to
on
me-
to too.
Yeah, because sometimes it's kind of,
The win.
and there might be some narrative, some money, whatever. So
And we know money talks.
I do.
Oh, it talks very much in this day and age.
I think it's funny that Glorilla won a gospel award and her name is Gloria Hallelujah.
I think that's
I
funny
think
too.
it's funny that her mama named her that.
I think it's so
And,
funny.
You know, it's funny like her mom could go
mama
back in time when she was naming her,
Yeah.
and somebody could like come in and was like, your daughter just won the gospel award. She's like, I know, I'm naming them Gloria Hallelujah or whatever. Yeah.
It's just so funny that her name is that. I think that's hilarious. That's in a good way, obviously not a bad way. But
yeah.
yeah.
That was that. Last thing about awards, the Country Music Awards said
that
they said y'all keep that hip hop in y'all category.
Y'all gonna have a category, and we're gonna have a category, and that's how we're gonna do it.
Let's just call it what it is.
Stay over there.
Let's just call it what it is. Segregation.
It's segregation. Segregation in 2025.
The segregation. They say, you know what?
Welcome to segregation in 2025.
Yo, hippity hop out of our country music.
Skedaddle. Contemporary
something
and traditional.
Some part of me appreciates the passion they have to protect.
Yes, because we like
what
that.
is theirs. Because I feel like sometimes
we like that.
We just let anybody claim and come in
all the time.
Like,
my God,
how many artists we've seen come to hip hop, do a record, then they go back pop?
And you know what? Let me say something too, because even in the when we talk about CCM and
no, we're not doing that.
Okay,
we're not doing
fine.
It. We're not talking about. We're not doing it.
But
not that I don't want to talk about it. It's just that conversation is so
broad.
No, it's so it's so many different things you have to talk about.
Yeah,
that I don't have time or the bandwidth
to
discuss CCM versus gospel right now.
Gotcha.
Without like just having a meltdown. So, because I've heard this argument as a musician.
Yeah,
I hear this argument almost weekly.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to say it was kind of sometimes hard to, cross over. But,
yeah. But
anyway, back to us. We let anybody come in. That's true.
Yeah, we do. At times, I feel like we could be a little bit more.
A little bit. Stand on business.
Hey.
Hey.
Thank you, but appreciate it. But
we're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't. So. But then we get upset, and I feel like sometimes we want people to treat us how we would treat them, and I feel like
you are very nice people.
We are truly. I think they did like a study or something about
analogy
that.
Is such crazy. A cool thing because we really have that welcoming spirit.
Yes.
Like, come eat.
Like, come on. Come
lay
on.
your burdens down. Come to the cookout.
Yes, like we just be like we.
But we don't. Sometimes we go looking for that energy in places that
it's never not. Be. That's our problem.
Yep.
The boundaries,
But I don't know. I don't want to start sounding like Dr. Umar. So it's been another episode of Pill Talking Podcast, and no, man, that's my guy.
Oh, I know, we love him. He's funny.
He's funny guy. Funniest guy.
Him. He's entertaining.
Yep, that's another episode of the Pillow Talking Podcast. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, shout out to Angel Reese, bro. Angel Reese, bro.
We didn't even talk about something cool that we did. All right.
Can we wait till it's done?
Okay.
All right.
It's our secret.
Shout out to Angel Reese, though, man. I'm a big fan. Anybody who can come to Louisiana and win a championship, you always get in my book. I'm fighting for you. Stay down 5, triple-double, 6'3", triple-double, man. I don't it's nothing you can tell me about. Like, if you watch basketball, she is like the Draymond of her team.
Yeah.
Just all over the place. Like, sometimes you'll look at the box score and be like, oh, her field goal percentage was terrible.
Yeah.
But then you look at the game and you're like, if they take her off the court,
yeah,
it's a blowout.
Right.
Like, she's that type of player. And as she gets better, finishing around the goal, it's going to be GG's.
Yeah.
So, shout out to her. Stay down.
Yes.
Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Pillow Talking Podcast. Good night.
Bye, guys. Good night.